What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wager Zone podcast, and we are back for another UFC breakdown, guys. This is UFC Fight Night Abu Dhabi. Robert Whittaker taking on Reinier de Ridder, and guys, this is gonna be a great card. Honestly, I feel like Dana White's been killing it with giving us some good cards recently. People start talking trash about certain cards, saying, "Oh, these are boring." Maybe those are just casuals because they don't know the names. But still, we've been having bangers. If you guys have been watching these cards recently, people been getting knocked out. People been getting submitted. We've been having fight of the night, our fight of the year candidates recently. So I feel like Dana White's just been giving us a lot of gems recently. So let's get right into this breakdown, guys. If you guys are here for the first time, click this thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the page. Like I said, click that thumbs up. It helps me generate more people to my videos. I'd really appreciate it. Also, guys, my bets that I'm going to be posting, that I'm going to be having, and letting you guys know if you guys want to tail them, if you guys want to fade them, I will be putting them all in the description. So the bets I actually will be taking will be in the description. Also, leave a comment. Let me guys know if you guys agree or disagree with any of my picks. I would love some feedback from you guys. All right, guys, let's get right into this first fight of the night. First fight of the night in the heavyweight division. Martin Buday taking on Marcus Buchecha. And this one, guys, I am taking Marcus Buchecha. I think he's going to get this fight down to the floor and use his grappling pedigree. I think this guy has really legit jiu-jitsu. This guy's been in the jiu-jitsu game for a long time. He's been submitting guys everywhere. He's had a couple world championships. And I think this guy, if he gets this fight to the floor, it's going to be a pretty easy submission victory for him. I do see people on Martin Buday's side. I think people believe that if Buchecha doesn't get this fight to the floor, Martin Buday is going to be able to piece him up. But I just think Buchecha is just going to be able to get to that double A, get to some trips, and end up getting this fight to the floor and getting the submission victory. So for this fight, guys, give me Buchecha. I think he gets it done by submission. Next fight, guys, Muhammad Yahya taking on Stephen Nguyen. And this one, guys, I'm taking Stephen Nguyen. I think Nguyen's going to come in here and honestly win this fight by knockout. I'm a believer that I think Muhammad Yahya is the worst fighter in his whole entire UFC roster. I think the only reason why he's in the UFC is to fight on Abu Dhabi because they like to have guys from Abu Dhabi actually fighting on the card. And after this, guys, I don't think he's going to be in the UFC very longer. Stephen Nguyen, he's not one of the best fighters either. He's not like a top-ranked fighter that's going to be making a giant run in the UFC either. But I just believe if he keeps this fight standing up, he's going to end up winning this fight by knockout. Muhammad Yahya doesn't take punishment very well. He's takedown or bust, and if he can't get Nguyen down, he's going to get knocked out. And I think Stephen Nguyen should be good enough to keep this fight standing. Like I said, I think Muhammad Yahya is the worst fighter on the roster. So for this fight, guys, give me Stephen Nguyen to win this fight, probably by. Next fight, guys, that probably will not be going to decision at all. It will be someone will be getting finished in this fight. It's gonna be Aibo Aslan taking on Billy Elikana. This one, guys, I'm taking Aslan. I think Aslan gets this fight done by knockout probably in that first round. I think Billy Elikana, the only way he wins this fight is if he gets this fight to the floor and end up just kind of gas out Aibo Aslan and maybe getting a decision or I should say a submission or a ground and pound finish. But I just think Aslan's gonna land one of those hard shots that end up knocking out Billy. Aibo's getting very good recently. He has been training a lot, getting better every single fight, and now when he's fighting where he's going to be a fan favorite over here, I do believe he's going to want to put on a show and get that first round knockout. So I'm taking Aibo Aslan, guys. I think he gets this fight done probably most likely by knockout. Next fight, guys, Amanda Ribas taking on Tabitha Ricci. And this one, guys, I'm taking Tabitha Ricci. I think Ricci's going to be able to use her grappling in this fight, get this fight to the floor, and end up winning this fight probably by decision with the top control and just landing some ground and pound. Amanda Ribas did not look good in her last fight. She couldn't use her grappling against she couldn't use her grappling against Mackenzie Dern, and then the striking wasn't all the way there. I do believe she might be the better striker in this fight, but I think Tabitha Ricci is a little faster. I think Tabitha Ricci is stronger, and I do believe she's going to be able to get to those trips, those single legs, and end up getting this fight to the floor and winning this fight by decision. So for this fight, guys, probably in a very close back and forth fight, give me Tabitha Ricci to win this by decision. All right, guys, this fight, David Grant taking on Blackshear, and I'm taking Blackshear, guys. I think Blackshear gets this fight to the floor and ends up winning this fight, most likely by submission, or if he doesn't, probably a decision victory with just a lot of the top control. I don't think David Grant's going to be able to stop the forward pressure and the takedowns from Blackshear, and if Blackshear tries to stand here and bang with David Grant, it's probably not the one he wants to do this with. I know last fight against Alatan Ling, he went out there and struck with him the whole time, proved to everybody he actually does have some good boxing, and he ended up winning that fight. But that fight, he did get caught with some punches, and I don't think he should stand here and try to do that with David Grant. If he does that with David Grant, I think David Grant by knockout might be a good play at that plus 900. But either way, I don't think Blackshear is that dumb. I think Blackshear is going to come in here, get this fight to the floor, lean on his grappling, and I'm getting a submission victory, probably by a rare naked choke. So for this fight, guys, give me Blackshear. I probably think he does it by submission. All right, guys. Next fight, Muslim Salikov taking on Carlos Leal. I'm taking Carlos Leal. I think Carlos Leal gets the fight done by knockout. He's just a way better all-around fighter at this point in their careers. Muslim Salikov is 42, 41 years old. He's getting slow. He doesn't move his head very well. He doesn't have the athleticism he used to have to throw all those spinning kicks and a lot of those spinning strikes. And now I think Carlos Leal is going to pick this guy apart. Carlos Leal has been getting better every fight, especially since I saw him fighting in PFL. He's gotten a lot better, and now this guy's in the UFC, landing some strikes. Arguably, he did beat Farnakinov. I had Renat in that fight, guys. So I was kind of happy they robbed Carlos Leal, but Carlos Leal arguably won that fight. Now he's fighting a guy, like I said, 41, 42 of age, athleticism gone, doesn't move his head very well. I think Carlos Leal is going to land those hard strikes and end up putting away Salikov. So for this fight, give me Carlos Leal. I think he probably does it by knockout. Just a quick break, guys, before we continue this video, giving you guys my best bets and my breakdown. If you guys would like to leave me a tip, here's my Cash App tag. It's money sign wager zone. The link will be in the description. Buy me a coffee, help me keep this page going. And also, I want to add a lot more things, so all the tips are really appreciated, and I would be able to add a little bit more stuff to my videos. So if you guys are cashing out with me, you guys are liking all my videos, like I said, they're not required, but tips are appreciated. At my Cash App, here's a tag. And like I said, also, the link will be. Next fight, guys, Bryce Mitchell taking Said Nurmagomedov. It's going to be Bryce Mitchell's debut at 135. And guys, I'm actually taking Bryce Mitchell. I think this is actually a great spot for him. I think he's at the weight class he should have been all along. He's been fighting against these bigger guys for a long time in 145. Now he cut down to 135, and he actually looks really good at weigh-ins. I was waiting for the weigh-ins to see exactly what pick I was going to be taking. I'm thinking Bryce Mitchell, guys. I think Bryce Mitchell's strength and his wrestling is going to do him really well in this fight. If Said doesn't lock in that guillotine, Bryce is going to be on top for most of this fight. Said Nurmagomedov is not related to Khabib, so don't get the names wrong of Nurmagomedov. So you guys think, oh, this guy's related to Khabib, he has that great wrestling. He doesn't have that great wrestling, guys. Said's more of a striker. The only slick submission he has is he tries to get that guillotine when you take him down. But I think Bryce Mitchell is going to get to that double leg, get to those body locks, end up slamming Said down, and end up probably grinding this fight out by decision with a lot of top control and win his 135 debut. Like I said, I think this is the weight class Bryce Mitchell should have been at for a long time, and now he's at his weight class where he's not going to be fighting against these giant dudes that are way stronger than him. He's going to be the guy that's strong and end up getting these takedowns. So for this fight, guys, give me Bryce Mitchell. I probably think. All right, guys, this fight, Nikita Krylov taking on Bogdan Guskov. I'm taking Nikita Krylov, guys. I think he's another fight where I think he gets his fight to the floor and uses his grappling. If he wants to stand there and bang a Bogdan Guskov, it's probably not the best idea, even though I think Krylov could land one of those shots and knock him out. But he should be getting to that body lock, getting to those single legs and trying to take down Bogdan Guskov. Guskov does not have the grappling abilities to deal with Nikita Krylov. I think Krylov, he comes in here, does what I think he's supposed to do, and go in here, uses grappling and grinding out Guskov and getting Guskov tired, because Guskov tends to get tired after that first round, and if Krylov ends up grinding him out that first round, I do see Krylov probably get a submission either in that late first or the beginning of that second round. I think Krylov's grappling is just way better. I think Guskov's a one-round fighter that tries to stand there and throw some heavy shots, and if he doesn't land any of those, Nikita Krylov's probably going to come in here, like I said, take him down, getting him tired, end up getting that rear naked choke, submission victory, or an arm triangle. So give me Nikita Krylov. I think he does this fight by submission. All right, next fight, guys, it's going to be Almabayev taking on Jose Ochoa. This is probably the most competitive fight on the card, guys. I see people on both sides. I see people on Ochoa. I see people on Asu. I'm going to be on the Almabayev side, guys. I think he gets this fight probably done by decision with a lot of his takedowns. I think Jose Ochoa, he wouldn't have fought against Cody Durden in that last fight. And I actually took Cody Durden, but Cody Durden, he just doesn't have the gas tank. Cody Durden went out there, won the first round against Jose Ochoa, took him down and held some top control. And then Cody Durden ended up gassing out like he always does. And Jose Ochoa started to pull apart and pull away and winning that fight by decision. Or I don't know if he knocked out Cody Durden. I can't remember if he knocked him out in the third round or if he ended up winning decision victory. But either way, Cody Durden, like I said, won that first round with the takedowns. Then he ended up getting tired. Now this fight, guys, also Almabayev is not going to get tired. This guy's going to be coming forward. He has cardio to go all 5 rounds of that wrestling. And if Asu is honestly, he's a better wrestler than Cody Durden as well. And Asu's most likely going to win that first round by the takedowns. From what I've seen in that Cody Durden fight. And if he keeps that pace up, which I do believe he's going to, because like I said, he has that 5-round cardio, he's going to be able to take down Jose Ochoa and stop a lot of these dominant striking positions from Ochoa. If this fight turns into a striking battle, I think Ochoa is the better striker, but also Almabayev is a decent striker as well. He's not going to come out here and just get beat up. He actually has some decent striking as well. So for this fight, guys, probably the most competitive fight on the card, but I'm taking also Almabayev. I think he does it by decision and uses a lot of his grappling and takedowns to win this fight and grind it out. So like I said, also Almabayev. All right, guys, next fight, Shara Bullet Magomedov taking on Marc-Andre Barriault. I'm taking Magomedov, taking Shara Bullet, guys. I think he can get this fight done by knockout. His striking is getting better and better. This guy's probably one of the best pure strikers in the UFC at the moment. He has dynamic technical abilities where he lands a lot of different strikes that hits you from different angles that you don't even see coming. For a guy that has one eye, this guy just, like I said, he throws a lot of strikes from different angles. And Marc-Andre Barriault doesn't have the best chin anymore. If this fight was a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, I would say Barriault could grind this fight out and end up winning this fight probably by a decision after Shara Bullet got tired. But now I think Shara Bullet's power, his athleticism is going to be way too much for Barriault, especially a guy that doesn't have a chin. He's taken a lot of punishment recently. So give me for this fight, give me Shara Bullet. I think he's going to end up knocking this guy out in the All right, guys, for the co-main event now, Peter Yan taking on Marcus McGee in a fight that's going to be more competitive, I believe, than the line suggests. Peter Yan's almost a minus 400 favorite. I think the line's kind of off, but I still think Peter Yan pulls this fight off, guys. I think Peter Yan wins this fight by decision in a very close fight. The only thing that scares me about this one is that Marcus McGee is most likely going to win that first round because Peter Yan sometimes takes the round off and goes out there and just doesn't show up in that first round, and he eases back in, winning that second and third. He does that against Marcus McGee. It might kind of scare me to take Peter Yan, but I'm taking Peter Yan, guys. I think he wins the fight by decision. I see Marcus McGee at even money for that plus 3.5 to win at least one round. That actually might be a good play because, like I said, Peter Yan sometimes doesn't show up in that first round. But I think Peter Yan wins this fight. I think he does it by decision, probably 29-28. He's a better all-around technical striker. He's a younger fighter. He's faster. He has more cardio. So for this fight, guys, co-main event, give me Peter Yan. All right, guys, for the main event, Robert Whittaker taking on Reinier de Ridder. And, guys, this one, I'm taking Robert Whittaker. I feel like this is a big step up in competition for de Ridder. I don't think de Ridder is going to be able to beat Robert. Honestly, I think Robert could have beat Hamza Chimaev if that fight went a little bit like longer, and especially because that was just a kind of a freak accident where he got that face crank and actually breaking Robert Whittaker's teeth. I haven't seen that. Honestly, I've never seen that in a UFC fight before. But like I said, I thought it was a freak accident. I thought Robert Whittaker was gonna be able to ease into that fight, but still, we're not talking about Hamza Chimaev. We're talking about Robert Whittaker. He's one of the best fighters in this division, top 5, and he's been in that top 5 for a long time. This guy has dynamic striking, really good explosions out of his strikes, and he has good takedown defense. De Ridder, the only way he wins this fight is if he gets this fight to the floor, but I don't think he's going to be able to. I think Robert Whittaker is going to be able to stop a lot of his takedowns, stay on the outside, land some leg kicks, end up landing some hard shots on De Ridder, and I think Robert Whittaker gets this fight done by knockout in those 3rd or 4th rounds. I don't think De Ridder is going to have the cardio to last that long with Whittaker, and I think Whittaker is going to end up start putting it on him in the later rounds. So for this fight, guys, give me Robert Whittaker to stop this hype train of De Ridder, end up winning this fight by knockout and getting into that top 3. So like I said, Robert Whittaker by knockouts to pick. And alright, guys, that is it for today's video. Like I said in the beginning, like the video, subscribe to the page, come back every single day, guys, and let's cash out for UFC.